We're going to call to order the City Council meeting of Thursday, August 8, 2024. Please stand for a Pledge of Allegiance and a prayer. I pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Please bow your head for a moment of silence and prayer. Amen.
Okay. Mr. Barnes?
Present.
Mr. Crowley?
Here.
Mr. Hartzell?
Here.
Mr. Lovechuck?
Here.
Mr. Pulcini?
Here.
Mr. Winslow?
Here.
Mr. Madden?
Here, adequate notice of this meeting has been given pursuant to Public Law 1975, Chapter 231. Going to reports from the mayor and the administration.
Got a couple. Went down, the pool started. We closed that on Saturday and drained it out, and the water blaster has gotten all the paint out, and so the first phase is moving along perfectly. So I'm happy about that. Also, a resolution tonight about the airport terminal design. We're seeking a grant funding to add to the generous donation for Leon Grisbaum. So in the meantime, we want to try to get this moving with or without grants. Also, I met with Mike Allegretto, Dan, Jen Shirk, and Karen Mahar from the library, and we're going to ramp up on our mental health thing that we've been talking about for a lot of years now. So Jen's done a lot of research, and we're going to get it, build something really, I think it's going to work out great, and then with next May, when it's Mental Health Month, really do something spectacular. But like we do here with Special Olympics, we want to do that here with mental health, from eating to just everything, just teaching people how to act without their phones, just the whole thing with mental health. So diets, foods, drugs, the whole thing. So I'm really excited about that. And then I just want George to give a dredge update, please.
On tonight's agenda, the first resolution is authorizing advertisement of bids for our next city dredging project. By and large, our lagoons are in very good shape, but there are a few areas where we need to perform maintenance dredging to ensure the best navigable conditions for our waterways. This past May, the city completed all the bathymetric surveys of all of our lagoons and back bay areas, and that provided the necessary data in order to formulate the current project. The bathymetry confirmed that our sediment trap outside of Snug Harbor was dug to a depth of -12 mean low water, and as part of the coming project, we'll dredge Snug Harbor to establish a baseline condition from which we can monitor the effectiveness of the sediment trap in reducing sediment accumulation inside the lagoon. And the intent of the sediment trap is to reduce the frequency we need to dredge the lagoon, and if successful, it'll be a strategy that we could potentially use for our other lagoons. In addition to Snug, the northern spur and the back end of Sunny Harbor is also in need of dredging, as well as a few stormwater outfalls along the bayfront. All dredging will be designed to a required depth of -5 mean low water with an over dredge to 1 foot, which will allow us to go to a maximum depth of -6 feet. This project was part of the adopted capital plan, and our current schedule is to open bids next month, award the project at the first council meeting in October, and give notice to proceed for dredging by the end of October.
Thank you, George. All right, we're going to go over reports from City Council. Dave?
No report.
Jody?
Nothing at this time.
Keith?
I'm good.
Sean?
No report.
Tony?
No reports.
Terry? I also have no reports. So I'm going to approval of minutes. Can I have a motion to adopt the regular City Council meeting minutes of Thursday, July 25th, 2024?
So moved, Winslow.
Second.
Mr. Barnes?
Yes.
Mr. Crowley?
Yes.
Mr. Hartzell?
Yes.
Mr. Lovechuck?
Yes.
Mr. Pulcini?
Yes.
Mr. Winslow?
Yes.
Mr. Madden?
Yes. We'll move into the ordinance section of the meeting on second reading and public hearing, ordinance 2410. Can I have a motion to take up ordinance 2410 on second reading and public hearing?
So moved, Winslow.
Second.
Mr. Barnes?
Yes.
Mr. Crowley?
Yes.
Mr. Hartzell?
Yes.
Mr. Lovechuck?
Yes.
Mr. Pulcini?
Yes.
Mr. Winslow?
Yes.
Mr. Madden?
Yes.
Ordinance number 2410, an ordinance amending Chapter 21 flood damage prevention of the revised general ordinances of the City of Ocean City to repeal Chapter 21 flood damage prevention, to adopt a new Chapter 21 flood damage prevention, to adopt flood hazard maps, to designate a floodplain administrator, and providing for severability and an effective date.
Council, this may be the third time we've done this. The DEP sends us an updated flood damage prevention ordinance, and we take our old ordinance, we repeal it entirely and drop in the new approved by the DEP ordinance. We tailor it slightly for Ocean City, send it up for their review, and they approve it, and we bring it before you for adoption.
Thank you, Dottie. We're going to open up the public comment. It's a second reading for this ordinance. Any public comment for this ordinance only, this side of the room? Public comment, this ordinance only, this side of the room? Seeing none, questions from council? Dave?
No questions.
Jody?
Good.
Keith? Good. Sean?
No questions.
Tony?
No question.
Terry?
No questions.
All right, can I have a motion to adopt ordinance 2410 on second reading?
So moved. Second.
Mr. Barnes?
Yes.
Mr. Crowley?
Yes.
Mr. Hartzell?
Yes.
Mr. Levchuk?
Yep.
Mr. Pulcini?
Yes.
Mr. Winslow?
Yes.
Mr. Madden?
Yes. For the resolutions, consent agenda. All resolutions listed on the consent agenda are considered to be routine in nature and will be enacted by one motion. If the mayor or any council person wishes to have a particular resolution considered separately, it will be removed from the consent agenda. Anything to be removed?
Just number 11.
Number
It's
11?
okay.
No problem. We'll remove that. Anything else?
Number 4.
Number 4? Number 4 and number 11 to be removed. Let's go ahead and we'll do those first and then the consent. All right.
Okay, number 4, a resolution authorizing the award of a professional services contract to Zara Engineering LLC for project management of the 8th Street Police Substation.
Keith, you asked that to be removed?
Yeah, I just have a little discomfort with this and a pause, so I'm just going to vote no this time on this. For the project, and in the past, I know this individual's done some very good work, but I'm just in a little bit of a pause mode right now.
Okay. So we're going to go with questions or other discussion with council. Dave, anything on number 4? Jody?
No questions.
Sean?
No questions.
Tony?
No question.
Terry? No. All right, because this is a pulled resolution, we're going to go out to public comment. Public comment in this resolution only, this side of the room. Any public comment this side of the room on this resolution? All right, seeing none, we'll bring it back to the council table and have a motion to approve resolution 4.
So moved, Winslow.
Second.
Mr. Barnes?
Yes.
Mr. Crowley?
Yes.
Mr. Levchuk?
Yeah.
Mr. Pulcini?
Yes.
Mr. Winslow?
Yes.
Mr. Madden?
Yes. All right, we're going to go into resolution 11. Dave, you had that pulled?
Yes. There's reimbursement of expenses for me.
No problem. And we'll go into any other questions from council on this one. Jody?
No question.
Keith?
No, I'm good.
Sean? Tony? Terry? We're going to go out to public comment on this resolution only. Public comment this side of the room. Public comment this side of the room. Seeing none, can I have a motion to approve resolution 11?
So moved. Second.
Who's actual? Okay, Mr. Barnes?
Yes.
Mr. Crowley?
Yes.
Mr. Hartzell?
Yes.
Mr. Levchuk?
Yes.
Mr. Pulcini?
Yes.
Mr. Madden?
Yes.
Mr. Wilson, Mr. Winslow's abstaining, is that right?
Yes.
Yes, there's a reimbursement expense for me.
All right, can I have a motion to approve the remaining consent agenda?
So moved, Winslow.
Second.
Mr. Barnes?
Yes.
Mr. Crowley?
Yes.
Mr. Hartzell?
Yes.
Mr. Levchuk?
Yeah.
Mr. Pulcini?
Yes.
Mr. Winslow?
Yes.
Mr. Madden?
Yes. Okay, pending business. Terry?
Nothing.
Tony?
Just getting a lot of calls about these seagulls, and I just wanted to see if we could follow up on possibly, just addressing that. Maybe, I don't know, talking to them and seeing if there's some other options that we can do, but there's been a lot of calls this past week or two. So, thank you.
Sean?
The only thing I would want to bring up is that I had quite a few calls and emails about the electric bikes. I know the administration has been looking at this. I just want to let the public know that, yes, we are talking about it.
Thanks, Sean. Keith?
Yeah, on the seagulls, I can live in it. Mike Allegretta's been very responsive in doing so, and they do send the people down and they move them out. Just from my vantage point, what seems to happen, the minute they move out, they come back. And I don't know, that didn't happen last year. So I don't know if they're doing something wrong or that actually Tony said to me, maybe they're getting smarter, the seagulls, maybe they are. So alls I can tell people is, let us know, just call somebody, because the basic thing is if the minute I send a text, and usually a picture, they're on it pretty quickly and they come down. So, if any members of the public, they could call the non-emergency number, police, they could probably get a hold of Mike or George. It's not that they're not responsive, but they can't fix a problem they don't know that's not there, right? That what I mean? And for some reason, I guess they really love French fries, not that I'm pushing any one French fry brand or anything like that. I would never do that. But we have a lot of food right in our area, and they know it, and they like hanging out at the pavilion on the roof. It gives them a break. So that's just kind of my observation. Like you said, I don't have anything bad to say. Outside of it looks worse, but I don't know what the cure is, and everybody's been very responsive when you get a hold of them. I've been very, very pleased with that. My other pending businesses, I'm the trash supervisor now in Ward 2. I do ride once a week all the streets and look for dumpsters not covered. And again, both George and Mike have been extremely responsive on those. There's not many of them, but they're covered almost immediately. I'm answered immediately about it, and generally within, if it's that night, that next day, it's covered. So I can't ask for anything more than that. The response has been great, and I really appreciate it. It's just that, we have some real windy areas. Like, I don't know if people know this, but on 8th and Asbury, it's in the top 50 windiest places in the country. So when they're not covered and there's a wind coming off the bay, a lot of times that stuff, because there's food containers in it, can kind of get up in the air. So I'm just doing what I can to make sure that our streets stay as clean as they do. And I appreciate, like I said, all the follow through. And that's all really it takes. Once it's followed up on, I can see it's getting much better.
Thanks, Keith. Jody, pending business.
No, just, the bird situation, not to harp on it, but I certainly would rather have 50 than perhaps 500 or 5,000 that we would have around. So overall, I think it's a very good job that they're doing, but it does seem a little bit off from what it was in the first couple of years. And I know they have a lot more ground to cover now too, so there's that. Then the other question is really no answer I'm looking for, but I would love to get with you guys, administration meeting and gals, to discuss 16th Street and what the next steps are over there at the dealership, and just a lot of questions I have about it. I'd prefer to just do it in a closed meeting. That's it.
We're almost there, and good, because it's not, but, getting sand, taking dirty sand, undirty sand, it's just when it comes to environmental things, and Dottie loves to talk about it. Vince too, as a matter of fact, they're lucky, we're being so nice about it, but no, it's been long. The sad part about it is it just takes so long, and they find different things, and where you can take it, not take it, and it has to be done right, and it's just, it's been too long, and it's been agitating to me, just that I like get it out there, but they cleaned up a little bit, right? So it's something we talk about probably every Wednesday.
Not probably.
Let me know next Wednesday. I'll come and join the discussion, okay?
Yeah, but I'm told it's getting closer, so
Okay.
they have some deadlines. Right, Vince?
Yes.
Dave, pending business.
Just wanted to mention that the Marine Park project at 30 is progressing very nicely at 35th Street and Bay Avenue. It is very disruptive to residents. They seem to be very patient and with the detours and things like that, but the crews are working very quickly and ripping old concrete up, putting drains in and redoing the concrete, so it's going to be really nice when it's done. So I think appreciate everybody's patience during this project, and hopefully within the next month or so we'll have it all wrapped up, and they're going to see a beautiful product.
Awesome. Dave, any new business?
New business.
All right, Jody?
Nothing new.
Keith?
I'm good, thank you.
No new business.
Tony?
I wasn't here last meeting, but I wanted to thank Dave especially. I thought Night in Venice was a great event. He puts a lot of work and heart into it and does a great job, and it's a lot involved, and he was just exhausted that day. So I just wanted to say kudos to Dave and to the whole administration. It was a great event. So thank you.
Dave, great job, because we all had a great time at your expense.
We had a great time.
I worked that night, but that's okay. So I think Jody worked that night too.
Half
Half that, okay.
What?
I think you two had a little too much.
I didn't see anything.
I didn't see you either, but I saw.
I didn't see anything. I saw nothing.
We're going to open up to citizen comment. Citizen comment this side of the room. Any citizen comment this side of the room? Seeing none, can I have a motion to adjourn?
So moved.